We just watched the Logan Paul KSI fight. For actually, surprisingly, a really good fight. No headgear this time. The 10 or 8 ounce gloves. Let's get straight to it. We're the UFC Bros. Chris, what do you think of the decision?
Thought it was a fair decision, except the ref was kind of in KSI's favour, deducting 2 points. Apparently, you're supposed to give a warning before you deduct 2 points in MMA or boxing before.
Or 1 point max.
Oh, yeah, they're supposed to give a warning, and then it's 1 point. Like you've seen the John Jones versus Anthony Smith fight. He does illegal something like that, and 1 point deducted.
I think the reason it was 2 points, it wasn't because if you watch that whole clip and watch it really closely, when Logan Paul hits KSI with the double uppercut, hits him first on the uppercut when KSI is coming in, knocks him down with the second uppercut. It's not the punch that's sort of a push down on the back of the head of KSI. KSI is then on his knees on the ground, and Logan Paul goes for a second punch on the ground. And I think from what he admitted at the end of the fight, where he's like, yeah, that probably wasn't the best thing for me to do, bit of a dog thing. That's where the 2 points came from.
Well, it was going to be a draw. If he didn't do that behind the head punch, it'd be a draw.
Or he might have even won. Because if he had no points deducted, he would have won the fight.
Well, he was so stupid. His tactics was so dumb. He was trying to tire out KSI like the whole fight, and then just wait to go in him on the 4th, 5th, and 6th round of the fight. Didn't work out that well, though.
Well, let's go through round by round. Mm-hmm. We both think it was a fair decision for KSI to win. Yeah. Rounds 1 and 2, I think KSI won 10-9. More output.
Yeah, 10-9.
And then third round, I think, was a draw between the two. Yeah. The 4th round, Logan Paul knocked KSI down, but then got 2 points deducted. So
it would have been a 10-8 round Logan, but then it was 8-8 overall round, so that was another draw.
5th round, 10-9 Logan. Yep. So now we're at
round 6.
So that was what? Now we're at 2 rounds to KSI.
And 2 draws, basically.
2 draws, 1 round to Logan. And then I think KSI won the last round 10-9. Way more output.
Yeah.
And I think, was it Ryan Garcia on the commentary? All broadcasts, he said, Logan's got to hit him with an uppercut right. And every time KSI came in, low body jab, he left his chin exposed. Yeah. And Logan just had to hit him with the uppercut right. He did it once and knocked him down. And I got the Logan Paul strategy, which was to tie KSI out. But then got to the 6th round, and he didn't. Yeah. Shannon Briggs was in his corner between the 5th and the 6th round saying, you're losing this fight on the scorecard. You need to let your hands go. You've got to knock him out or at least get a knockdown. Yeah. He didn't throw one straight right in the 6th round.
Yeah, KSI was doing what Logan should have done in the 6th round, which is just throw haymakers. Even though if you miss them, still, you got power against, like...
Well, he knew he was up on the points, and at least he's staying active. And even though he maybe wasn't hitting Logan, by virtue of him forcing Logan to run around the ring, which he did for that 6th round, it meant Logan couldn't score points against him, and he was on the defensive. So I think, KSI had that 10-9 round. That was the difference.
Yep.
I think KSI got rewarded, and justly rewarded for being the more active fighter for most of the fight. Yep. And I get, counter-punching, is a great strategy, and that seemed to be...
Yeah, but it doesn't work if you've got no output. You had no output at all, so it's dumb.
Counter-punching, and there were opportunities there, KSI was swinging wildly all fight.
Yeah. But you've got to actually land the counter-punches to be doing the counter-punching tactic, though.
Yeah, for it to be successful.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think KSI... Let's talk about the 2 knockdowns now. Yeah. So, first one... Logan Paul after the fight was saying, that wasn't a knockdown.
It was, though.
Yeah. When he tripped, we're not talking about where he obviously tripped. We're talking about the initial knockdown where KSI's hit him with the right. It wasn't behind the head. It was on the back of it was on the ear.
Yeah, it looked fine.
Yeah. And then Logan went down to his knees and went to hug KSI's shorts, and he's saying he tripped. No, 100% knockdown. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's got to complain about that. And then, the second knockdown was legit too?
So that was legit, but it got ruined by the punch at the back of the head.
Yeah. So the ironic thing is, if Logan Paul hadn't punched KSI in the back of the head, maybe KSI doesn't make the 10 count. He was staggering around. So maybe he makes the 10 count, gets straight back in, and he would have been wobbly.
Well, the ref gave him so much time after he was wobbly, though.
Exactly. So he got so much time off because...
he was so wobbly on his feet. Yeah. He couldn't walk.
So I reckon if Logan hadn't punched him in the head, there hadn't been that, was a 2-3 minute stoppage. So I think Logan Paul cost himself the victory I reckon he would have finished KSI or knocked him down again, making that a 10-7 round at least, if there hadn't been that 2 to 3 minute delay.
Yeah, well, he was dumb though. He should have put on the pressure that he was doing in round 4, continued it into round 5, keep putting the pressure on, on KSI to keep gassing him out, but he didn't do that. It was stupid.
Do you reckon Logan Paul was gassed, or do you think he thought he was up on points?
I don't know. No, I reckon he was tired, for sure.
He kind of thought he was up on points. Shannon Briggs was in his corner, and Shannon Briggs is a little crazy, but he was saying the right things. He was saying exactly the right things. He was saying, you're behind on points, so you got to win this 6th round. Pretty big.
The only power punch that Logan was throwing was those uppercuts. Anything else was just that left jab, no like real right hand overhands. Like KSI was throwing overhands, no hooks or anything. It was just stupid.
Yeah, and not just the right uppercut that was available all night for Logan. The check left hook, KSI was coming in, swinging wildly, and he was coming with low jabs, right, and then moving his chin right into the midline. And Logan had his right hand. KSI has right hand down. The left check hook was there for Logan all night. Didn't really throw it enough. He didn't keep KSI off him enough.
Well, it shows you they're good at boxing, but like KSI's, the amount of punches he was throwing, he couldn't land.
He hit Logan Paul's left shoulder about 100 times.
like Logan didn't even have his hands up, and KSI could barely even hit him half the time.
But still, I thought it was actually a surprisingly good fight. I still think they were, they're way better than I expected. It was a legit fight. Will they do it again?
Nah. KSI said that Logan is going to go to MMA, and KSI said he should fight CM Punk. And CM Punk is the biggest bum to ever go in the MMA. But CM Punk probably win though.
I think there's so much money on the line. I don't know how much. Comment down below how much money
a trilogy maybe. But the thing is,
in a couple of years,
who is KSI going to fight now?
Yeah,
no one knows that.
He needs to start beef. Maybe they'll start beef with the UFC Bros YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll give them some hands.
What are you going to give them?
3-piece and a soda.
Jorge Masvidal, he should fight. Jorge Masvidal should fight KSI.
Oh, no, he should not.
He had a catch weight. And one thing I noticed, and he shouldn't have done this after the fight, I think he was kind of rattled or tired, and this is probably the most real you'll ever see Logan Paul, is at the end of the fight he was saying, I'm sorry for talking so much smack to you, KSI. I hate doing it. It's just to sell the stuff. It's like, don't break character, man.
Yeah, that's so stupid, honestly. that ruins a trilogy.
Yeah.
Because how can you sell the third fight again if there's no beef? You say, respect and this. But I wouldn't be surprised if KSI posts a YouTube video. They're both going to post a YouTube video. Logan's first YouTube video, back when he heals and stuff, he's going to say the ref rigged it, blah, 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 blah. He's going to write something about the ref, video on the ref, and why he actually won the fight. And then KSI will have a counter video to that, and then they'll start beefing again. And
it's the content that keeps
that
giving.
stuff that was BS that they were saying at the end. Like, yeah, they probably respect each other, but if you watch their YouTube channels over their last boxing fight, what happened, you'll see it's just a whole week we're incoming of just them going at each other again, I bet.
Yeah, and this is why Logan Paul has an inbuilt excuse. I think he knew that he probably did lose the fight, or it was very close at least. But anyway, this is a revenue machine that keeps on giving for those two guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a trilogy. Comment down below what you thought of the fight, whether you liked this video, or you'd like to see more from us.
Comment down below, guys, who you think won the fight, and comment any other fights coming up that you guys want us to review. We'll probably have the main event of UFC next week is Jacare Souza versus Jan Blachowicz, I think. So that'll be a good main event. That might be the next test for John Jones, whoever wins that one. So yeah, guys.
Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell. We're the UFC Bros.
And we're out.